This is number 6. 6 has 4 parts, A, B, C, D. 6A through D, we're trying to do two different things. It's saying, can you multiply and divide whole numbers and decimals by powers of 10? So I see my whole numbers and decimals. I see 2 decimals, 2 whole numbers, and here are my powers of 10. I have 10 to the 3rd power, 10 to the 2nd power, 10 to the 4th power, and 10 to the 5th power. So I need to know a few things there. I need to know how to multiply by 10, and I also need to know what these little thingamabobbers mean. It's also asking, do you understand what an exponent is and how exponents are used to represent powers of 10? So I need to know that these are exponents. That's 3, 2, 4, 5, and what does that mean? Okay, what do those two different things mean? So it says here, multiply each whole number or decimal by powers of 10 using the steps shown in the example. So they give me an example. I see 42 times 10 cubed, or 10 to the 3rd, equals 42 times 10 times 10 times 10 in parentheses, equals 42 times 1,000, which is 10 times 10 times 10. And then finally, 42 times 1,000 equals 42,000. So exponent-wise, 10 to the 3rd means I'm multiplying 10 3 times, 1, 2, 3. And if I can multiply 10 3 times, I know that that's 1,000. Oh, I think the seniors are coming, so I'm going to go say hi. Cool, that was nice. I taught those all 7 years ago. It's been 7 years now they're graduating. That's one of the cool things about working at the school. You get to see everybody grow up and move on, so it's cool. Anyway, so those watching this year in 7 years, I should still be here somewhere. You can say bye to me the same. That'd be cool. Okay, let's get back. So I don't think we looked at the standard, or standards. Let's look down. 7A through D, we have 5MBT2 and 5MBT7. So those are two different standards, and that goes with the two things about reading exponents and being able to do something with those exponents, and then multiplying by 10. All right, so let's follow this example. So I will have 79 times, and it's right there for me at this first one, right? I could just use this since I know I have to do 10 threes. And then I have 79, and I have 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1,000. So I've got to go 79 times 1,000, and that's going to give me 79,000. Okay? Some things to think about here, and some misunderstandings. Misunderstandings is adding zeros, saying that you're adding a zero. You're not adding zeros. The number, this 79 is shifting down, shifting 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So now the 7 goes from the tens to the 10,000s, which is 1, 2. Wait, I'm kind of confused here now. What am I saying? Is that 3 spots? 1, 200s, 2. Yeah, sorry, I got all confused. It's fun watching me get confused. Yeah, so the 7 was in the tens, now it's the 10,000s. The 9 was in the ones, now it's in the thousands. So that's a factor of 3. Or the factor of 1,000. So 10, 10, 10. Got it. All right, so now we have 3,153, and I'm multiplying that by 10 squared. 10 cubed is 3 tens. 10 squared is, you guessed it, 2 tens. Okay, so what does that equal? That equals 3,153 times, not times 1,000 like it was here, but times 10 times 10 is 100. And that's going to shift my number down 2 spots. So my 3,000 is going to wind up in the what? 300,000s. The 1 in the hundreds is going to wind up in the 10,000s. The 5 in the tens is going to wind up in the thousands. The 3 in the ones is going to wind up in the hundreds. And well, we can't write a number like that. We're going to have our 2 zeros there. So 315,300 is the correct answer. Here is our first decimal. Oh, decimal. Just relax. Everything's a decimal. Just, you know. Actually, I need to go back here. These zeros, that's where they come from, everybody. Because this real number here is 3,153.00 to infinitum and beyond. All right? There's a bunch of zeros here, so that's where those zeros come from. Because this 0 used to be in the tenths, and now guess what? Where is it? It's in the tens. This 0 was in the hundredths, and then it shifted 2 spots. It's down to the ones. That's where the zeros come from. You're not adding them, they're shifting down. Did I do that the right direction? I don't know, it's one of those. Okay. What time is it? I gotta go. I'm probably gonna have to hit pause. I have to go get you guys and start your Mother's Day projects. So I'm gonna pause here. Hopefully no one will move my stuff. But maybe it's kind of rude for me to leave all my stuff here, so I have to organize it. Ciao. So I'm back. Better than ever. Alright, so decimal land. 4, and 7/10 times 10 to the 4th power. So I have 10 to the 3rd, 10 to the 2nd, 10 to the 4th. I'm going to be multiplying 10 4 times. Got my 4 tens there. That shows my understanding of exponents. Multiplying by 10. 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times 10 is 1,000. 10 times, or 1,000 times 10 is 10,000. So now I have 4 and 7/10 times 10,000. And so what is that telling me? That tells me that my digits are going to shift. I'm not adding zeros. I'm not moving the decimal point. I'm shifting. Okay, how many spots am I shifting down? 4. So my 4 that's in the ones, it's going to go to the tens, to the hundreds, to the thousands, to the 10,000s. Ones to 10,000s. So if my 4 is in the 10,000s, my 7 is going to be in the thousands. And then where do these zeros come from? There's zeros here, right? 0, 0, 0. So it's 4.6. It's 4 and 700s, and then there's zeros, right? To infinity and beyond. So these zeros are shifting down for me. So my answer is 47,000. Number 6, we have 0.06 or 600ths. We're multiplying that by 10 to the 5th, which is my 5 tens. I already multiplied 10 4 times to get 10,000, so I'm going to multiply it just like one more time to get 100,000. So I'm going to have 0.600ths times 100,000. So my digit 6 and the zeros after it, they're going to shift down 5 spots. So let me count. Tenths, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Okay, so I go from the hundredths to the thousands, and that's 5 spots. So that's going to give me 6,000. Did I do that right? 10, 100, 1,000, 10. Wait, hold on. I might have messed that up. It might be 600. Okay, hold on. Let me maybe that would be good if I had this out here. I have decimal points. I have tenths. I have hundreds. I have ones, tens, hundreds, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. Alright, so I'm at the hundredths here, and I have to go, I'm multiplying by 100,000, so that's 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. So I would be in the thousands. Okay, that was right. Okay, but I do like to make sure. So 6,000. Again, those zeros, where were they? They were to the right of the 6, and they came with them. Fine.